Hello and konnichiwa. Welcome to World on My Plate with me, Chef Harsh. Today we're going to be making a dish from the land of the rising sun, also known as Japan. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a vegetarian sushi. Now I know that sounds difficult and complex, but trust me, it's actually quite easy, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it step by step. So the first thing that we need to do is make our sushi rice. So over here I have a half cup of short-grained white rice. To this, we're gonna add half a cup of water. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Now we're just gonna get that on the boil, and once it comes to a boil, we're gonna let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes, covered with a lid. And now we're just gonna cover this and let it cook for another 10 to 15 minutes until all the water is soaked up by the rice. While our rice is steaming away, we're gonna make our mixture of vinegar, salt, and sugar. So here I have 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. I've got 1 teaspoon of castor sugar. And finally, we're gonna add half a teaspoon of salt. Now we're just gonna whisk this until all that sugar and salt is dissolved in the vinegar. Okay, so all the water has been absorbed by the rice. Now we're gonna leave that covered and turn off the gas and just let it sit for another 10 minutes or so. It's been about 10 minutes, and I think we're ready to start adding our vinegar solution to the rice. Now, all we're gonna do is add our rice to our solution, and we're gonna give it a good mix. We're gonna make sure that all the rice is nicely coated with vinegar, sugar, and salt. This is what gives sushi rice its trademark sour flavor. Okay, our rice is nicely mixed with our vinegar solution. It smells amazing. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna spread this out into a large platter, because as we all know, sushi cannot be made with hot rice. Okay, so now we're just gonna spread this out nice and thin. So basically we're increasing the surface area, and that is gonna help it to cool down faster. Our sushi rice has completely cooled down now, and we're finally ready to start rolling out the sushi. So I'm gonna show you the technical part of this now. So what we have here is some nori, which is layered seaweed. And this is what is used to roll our sushi, okay? Now, one side of it is nice and smooth and the other side is slightly rough. So we want to make sure that the smooth side is on the outside. Now, before I get the sushi mat, I just want to cut this in half because I don't want too many layers of rice and seaweed. And now we're gonna get our sushi mat. Okay, so this is a sushi mat. It's a simple bamboo mat. And as you can see, it rolls up very nicely. So we'll be able to roll our sushi very, very easily with this. Now, if you look at the nori, you'll see that it has some lines going down. So that is the way that we want to roll it. So we're gonna put it that side onto the mat. And now we're gonna add some rice. Now we're just gonna push this down into the corners in a nice flat layer. Now the next step is to add in our vegetables. So we're just gonna place our vegetables in a nice line along the nori. So the next step is to simply roll our sushi. Now what you wanna do is you want to hold it up with the mat, hold the vegetables down, and just roll it over. Okay, and now use the mat to push everything in tight. Okay, and there you have it, a beautiful roll of sushi. So now all that's left to do is cut this up and serve it with some pickled ginger and some soy sauce. Now you can see that cross section is quite beautiful. Okay, now no plate of sushi is complete without some pickled ginger, some wasabi, and of course some soy sauce to dip it in. So what I have here is some pickled ginger. And we have some wasabi. And of course, a little bit of soy sauce. So here you have it, guys. A beautiful vegetarian sushi made from scratch just for you. So here you have it, guys, Japan on my plate. Now, when most people think about sushi, they think it's raw seafood, but that is 100% not the case, because I remember when I had gone with my family to Tokyo and my parents were so stressed out about being able to find vegetarian food. But it turns out it was a lot easier than we thought, and it was actually because of that trip that Japanese food and sushi in particular became one of our family's favorite foods to eat together, because there was both veg and non-vegetarian options. So I'm gonna dig in, but before I go, please don't forget to like and follow Times Now Foodie on Facebook and Instagram, and make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.